I got my hands on the new Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette, and this color story does not disappoint. These are shades that I love to wear. So today I'm going to show you exactly how I got this eye look. I think this look turned out so pretty. It's so smoky and sexy, but also that shimmer all over my lid is just stunning. So if you want to see how I got this look and my thoughts on this palette, go ahead and keep on watching. Here is a quick look at the palette before we get started. So they say this is a smoky, cool tone palette of wearable and versatile shades, including a black eye gloss and sparkly black and silvers with finishes that range from matte nudes to multi-chromatic foils. I'm going to start with Love Anarchy on a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to run that throughout my entire crease. And I did already prime my eye with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I did set that with the translucent powder. On the same brush, I'm going to pick up Heroine, and I'm just going to use that to soften out the edges of the first shade. But I always love when a palette has this kind of light shade that matches my skin tone, because I love using this type of shade to blend out the edges, and it just really helps soften the look overall. Now I'm going to take a more tapered crease brush in the shade Hope, and I'm going to use this shade to deepen up my crease even more. That shade is very pigmented. That was just one dip into the shadow, and it deepened up my crease so much. There are so many gorgeous shimmer shades in this palette that I want to swatch these out before I use them to really see what I'm working with. This is Strong AF, Haphazard, Maverick, and Rebel. I really like this one, but it is kind of one of those more crumbly formulas that I think will get a lot of fallout all over your face, but I love like the little bits of color in this shadow. It looks kind of like a silver, but with bits of green and pink in it. Like, it's very unique. So I'm going to take that Rebel shade on my finger, and that's going to go all over my lid. This is one of those shades where you have to use your finger to pick it up. I did try to pick it up with the brush and nothing really came up, so definitely will apply best with your finger. I'm gonna go back to my crease brush and just softly blend around that shimmer. Now I'm going to go back to that dark brown shade Hope on my crease brush, and I'm going to lightly tap that on the outer part of my eye and connect it into my outer crease. So I'm just kind of subtly deepening out the outer part of my eye. I went ahead and did my foundation and my under eye concealer, and now let's do the lower lash line. I'm going to start with a black liner in my waterline. This one's by Pat McGrath. It's the Permagel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil. I think I got this as a little point perk at Sephora, and I'm running that on my waterline but also smudged between my lower lashes. Now I'm going to take a small smudge brush with nothing on it and start to smudge out that eyeliner. Now I'm going to take the matte black shade Renegade on that same brush, and I'm going to add that on top of the black liner to really smoke it out. Now I'm going to take a small firm blending brush with a mix of Hope and Love Anarchy, and I'm going to use those shades to really smoke out the lower lash line. I'm also going to run that black liner in my upper tight line. Now I'm going to take Maverick on a pencil brush and use that to highlight my inner corner. I went ahead and popped on some mascara and lashes, and for my lashes I'm wearing the Bright Lashes All Natural, and this is my lash brand. And here is the final close-up of this eye look. Here are what the eyes look like from more of a normal distance. I love how they turned out. They're so smoky and sexy, but also kind of grungy, hence the name of the palette. In case you want to know what's on my lips, I'm wearing the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Iconic Nude with the Lawless lipstick in Wedding Day on top. I love how this whole eye look turned out, and I love that shimmer shade Rebelle all over my lid. And I did kind of blend out that shade a little bit, so there are sparkles like all across my eyelid, but I just think it's so pretty. And overall, I am super happy with how this palette performed today. Like, it's Huda's formula. I tend to like her eyeshadow formula no matter what, but when I use her palettes, I do find it's helpful to kind of swatch those different kind of shimmery shades, or just the shades that have like that marble pattern in them, to really see what kind of shade you're working with, because it can be a little confusing just looking at it. You're like, what is this gonna look like? So I recommend swatching those shades before using them, but they're gonna be beautiful. I can totally see myself using this palette a lot, and I'm definitely gonna do some more tutorials with this, so stay tuned for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.